Hello friends, welcome to the part 3 of our Signal app. So if you haven't watched our part 1 and part 2 yet, then you can check my description. I added the part 1 and 2 video link along with the code. So now if our user is successfully authenticate inside our app, then he will provide this home screen. So now the time is come to adding the functionality of our home screen component. So first of all, we have to improve these React Native elements through installing safe area view, and instead of view, here we are using safe area view for protecting, and inside that we are using scroll view. So scroll view, because here user will be allowed to scroll some chat. So let us install scroll view also. Scroll view, and here the chat section will be done. So the logic part of our chat will be here. Here we are using component system that React provide us. So this is our component, that is custom list item. So we are using to show the chat of our multiple user using one component. So now I want to save this file, and first of all I want to create our folder that call components. Inside that I want to create new file for our custom list item, rnfes. Here now I want to import list item because we want to store our user chat inside our list. And avatar, this is the profile picture image of our user, and that come from React Native elements. And instead of view we are using list item. First I want to display the picture image, so I use this avatar, and this is self closing tag. I want to show circle for our avatar, so I use rounded, and source is equal to URI. So here we pass this default avatar image. If user has not provided any image, you can get this link from my description. There are GitHub repository link, so you can simply copy this and paste inside your machine. Now let us save this file. Go inside home screen and let us import custom list item from components. Now save our file. Make sure you refresh our page, or you can say the app. Here you will be see we are automatically fetched inside our home screen because we already registered. And you can see here is our basic avatar is displayed here, and this is the magic of our component. If we use second time, then here two components will be displayed. You can see within use of only one line of code, I use two avatar. So this is the magic of our component that React provide us. Now after displaying our profile picture, here we will be show the user name and the chat of our user. So for that, after this avatar, we are using list item content. So inside that, first we have to display our user chat name, or you can say the username. So list item dot title, and I want to provide inline styling for this. Font weight, that is 800, and here we will be provide username, and after this list title I want to show our user chat. So for that I am using this list item subtitle. Make sure we are ending this, and inside this subtitle let's writing some of our codes like hi, I am Joel, you are watching Signal F video on my YouTube channel IT Buddies. If you like, then please subscribe my channel. So here this is our user chat, and now let us save our file. But you can see our list item tag is not closed now. So this is basically here is list item title is show. So this is the end of our list item. So now save our file. So here you can see our username that is seen here because we provide bold, and this is our chat, but inside our any messaging app here we provide only one line. So for that I am using number of lines, and that is 1, and I provide ellipse mode that is tail. So now save the file, and you can see this chat contains only one line. You can see here guys. So this is the nice functionality that we added inside our custom list item. Move inside our home screen now, and here I want to provide header style for our home screen. So for that I am using use layout effect. Use layout effect, so that is automatically added here, and inside that I want to pass navigation, and I want to set the option for our navigation. So set options. Here I want to display the title that is signal. Then I also want to provide background color. So headers style background color that is white. Then I want to display. Here you can see use layout effect is not defined because we have to pass navigation inside home screen, not use layout effect. For use layout effect The syntax is only like this. Now after this background color white, I want to use header tint color. So any icon on this page will be black color. So I use here black, and here our title is not displaying. So let's apply style for our header title. Header title style. So color of our text, that is black. So save this, and now after this all of these things, I want to provide style for our header left hand side. You can see here guys, signal is showing successfully, background color is white and our color is black of our color. So I want to provide style for our header left hand side. So header left, view, and here I apply inline style like margin left 20, and here I want to display our authenticated user image. So avatar, I want to show rounded avatar like this. So rounded, and source of our user, that is URI authenticated current user, and the photo URL that come from our database. So photo URL, like this we are providing avatar, and here we are passing empty array. So now save the file, but here you can see avatar is not defined. So let us import avatar from React Native elements, and we also have to import authentication because we are using our database here. So import authentication and database object, and that comes from Firebase. So now save the file, and here you can see the nice avatar is showing perfectly. Here when I signed in, I provided not any URL, so this is the default image that's showing here at margin left, that is 20. So now if you can press on this, not anything happen. So for that I want to wrap up this avatar into touchable opacity. So let's cut this and paste inside this. So if I press on this touchable opacity, or this is similar like our button, then the function that is called sign out user. So user will be sign out when he is pressing on this button, and I want to reduce the opacity. So active opacity, that is zero point 0.5. So here you can first save this file, and you will be allowed to click on this button or touchable opacity. So make sure you import this touchable opacity perfectly. Sign out user is not defined. So first of all, let us declare our function. So here above of this use layout effect, I am declare our function that is sign out user, and if user press on this then he will be sign out. So for that I am using this function that Firebase provide us, sign out user. So with the help of this only one function, the user will be signed out. So this is the magic of our Firebase, and here we provide promise. So if user will be signed out, then our navigation will refresh back to our login screen. So navigation dot replace back to our login screen. So if user will be signed out, then he will go back to our login screen and he will be again to do this login part. So save this file and make sure your page is refreshed. So here when I click on this avatar, you can see nothing is happening now because here is an error. Auth.signout user is not function. So here is only sign out because this is the Firebase functionality and this is our declaration function. So the page is refreshed now, and whenever I click on this, you can see guys, I am back to my login page because here we write navigation.replace login. So we have to sign in again. So let's sign in joel@gmail.com and the password is joel123 and click on login, but here you can see password is invalid because I forgot my password. If you know the previous password, then comment. So now I want to go inside my Firebase Authentication. Here you can see we can also delete our account. So I want to delete my account, and here I sign out again. So let us sign out again. So now we have to register because there is no login. We deleted our account. So go into registration. My name is Joel Shah. Email is joel@gmail.com. Password is joel123. And here I want to not provide any URL now. So this is the optional field. We will do this later. So here there is not any avatar showing perfectly. So let us refresh. So this is the bug now and this is solved. Here is our logo is showed successfully. Now we apply style for our right hand side, similar like our header left. So for that, after this header left, header right, and inside this view I want to apply inline style. So flex direction, that is row, and justify content is space between because we want to provide some space between our icons. and width is 80 and margin right. So this is not CSS video, so I want to not go inside the detail. So margin right is 20, and here inside this view I want to write touchable opacity because I want to show two icons, that is for our camera and here our pencil icon. So touchable opacity, here we have to write this. So inside our touchable opacity I want to provide and design. Bear with me whenever I save, you can see properly what I am doing here now. Camera O, and size of our camera icon is 24 and color is black, and I want to reduce the opacity, so I write here active opacity, and that is 0.5. So here we are using and design, so we have to import this. So import and design, and that is from expo vector icons. So expo vector icons. So now save the file, make sure your page is refreshed. Expo vector icons. So now save the file, and here you can see guys, there is a nice camera button is adding successfully like any messaging app, and you can also click on this but nothing is happen, but you can see the touchable opacity is working. And beside this camera button I want to make another pencil button so we can add a new user inside our home screen. So for that, similar like this ant design, I also want to import simple line icons, and now scroll down and inside our header right, after this touchable opacity I want to use another, and here I want to use simple line icons, name is equal to pencil, size is equal to 24, and color is black, and I also want to reduce the opacity, so I write here active opacity, and that is 0.5. And if I want to press on this button, then I want to replace another screen, that is add chat screen, so user can actually add the new user who which can chat. So here I want to add on press. So on press navigation dot navigate, so our user actually can navigate to different screen, that is add chat. So here we also have to use this navigation, so we can pass this. Now I want to create the new file, and that is add chat screen, Let us save this. RNFES. So here when I click on this, you can see here this is the add chat screen. So by this screen, entering a name with our another user, you can actually chat with inside our home screen. Now inside our add chat screen, I want to import our database object, and that comes from Firebase. Then I want to import ion from when I use this. You can also understand properly why I importing these vector icons, font awesome, and I also want to import the input from React Native elements that we installed earlier. So now here inside our add chat screen, there is basically one field. So inside that we can enter the name of our user with whom we can chat. So here I want to use the use state that React hooks provide us, and by default our input field is empty. So set input is equal to use state, and this is null by default. Here we are using use state, so let us import that use state, and we also have to import use layout effect because we want to add styling for our header. So use layout effect, and now let us use our use layout effect. So I want to provide options for our navigation. So set options and title, that is add a new chat. So now save this file guys, and the navigation is not defined, so we have to pass the navigation here so we can navigate between different screens. So after this, here we also have to pass navigation. So now save the file, and you can see header for our add chat screen, that is add a new chat. You can see here add a new chat is showing successfully. Now inside our return, first of all I want to assign the class for this. So container class I want to use. The name is totally up to you. And here instead of text I want to use input field, so user can actually enter the text. So placeholder for this input field is enter a chat name, then value is import. Remember this is by default null, and if the user change this text then we have to pass our text, and change the state of our input. and if the user press enter, so I define here on submit editing, then the function that is called is create chat. So let us declare this function here, create chat. Here we will do this part later. So after this I want to use the left icon, name is equal to vchat, type is and design, size of this icon is 24 and color is black. So now close our icon tag, and after this input field I want to display the button, and if we click on this button, then we have to go inside create chat function. The title of our button is create a new chat. Now close this button and save the file. You can see here with this icon we are applying the vchat icon, and here we can actually type the username that we have to add inside our home screen. And now I apply CSS for our container. So container background color is white. Then I also want to apply padding and height of our button. Go inside this, and you can notice here the button is not added. So we have to import the button also. Refresh our page. Here you can see button is added successfully, and our input field is looks very good now. And here I want to disable this button whenever the input field is empty. So for that, here I write this disable. So if our input is null, then I want to disable this button. Here you can see guys, the button is disabled now when our input field is empty. And now let us complete our function create chat. So this is the asynchronous function. So I write here async and if our user type any name inside that input field that he want to add inside home screen. So first of all we have to await our database, and inside our collection of chats we want to add the chat name. So here the value we have to provide in chat name is input field value. So if the user input field will go inside this chat name, and inside our collection of chats a new chat name will be added. So now we have to apply this promise. So after this functionality we have to navigation dot go back. So will be go back to the home screen, and if there is any error, so here is any error, then we have to display that. So alert error. So now save this file guys and refresh our page. Here I want to add new chat for our YouTube group. So whenever I click on this create new chat, here you can see we go back to our home screen because here we added this functionality and go inside our Firebase and uh, reload this Firestore. So inside the collection of chats, you can actually see the new chat is added. You can see guys, a new chat is added inside our collection and each chat has individual ID and the chat name is YouTube group that we have to add. And now to display our chat inside our home screen, first we have to go inside home screen and here we have to apply logic. First of all, go inside our home screen navigation and here we want to use the effect of useState. So let us import useState. So by default our chat is empty array. So use state that is empty array and we also want to use this use effect. So let us import use effect and after this function I want to use that. So use effect. So now here inside this I want to use first that cleanup function method with unsubscribe. Inside this I want to go inside first our collection of chats and I want to use this on snapshot method. This allow real-time snapshot methoding. So snapshot and I want to set our chats. So snapshot dogs and I want to map this. So map is similar like our array and the one default parameter we have to pass with map. Here I pass the document and I want to store the ID and data. So doc dot data. So remember inside our Firebase this is ID that we are stored and here everything that is data. So we are passing our data and ID to our real-time snapshot method. So if user render next time then the Firebase will add successfully the new chat and we also have to pass here empty array and after this I want to return our unsubscribe. So now save the guys and after this to actually show here first we have to go inside our return and inside scroll view we are actually using this custom list item. So first we have to map through all of our chats. So chats map, and here we are restructuring our ID and data, and inside our data there is chat name. So inside this I want to pass our custom list, and I also want to pass key because each has individual ID. Now chat name is chat name. Then I want to create the function here, that is enter chat. So if we user can actually click on our one component, that is custom list item, then it will go inside another function, that is enter chat. And now save this file. First of all, let us define here our enter chat. So const enter chat. Here we actually pass the ID and chat name. Navigation dot navigate to our chat. You can see chat name is not defined, so we have to use capital N. And after this we have to pass our chat ID, chat name 2. So save this. I will explain all of these things. First go inside this custom list item, and remember here we passed these things. So first of all, let us collect all of these things here: individual ID, chat name, and our enter chat. And here each list item has ID, and I want to use this bottom divider. Bear with me guys, I will quickly understand all of these things. And instead of this username, let's write here chat name and save this file. Make sure your page is refreshed now. So here you can actually see the chat name that we added by this pencil button, that is YouTube group. And here if we are add another chat, then you can see the horizontal line here because we use this bottom divider. And if I click on this, then I will go on this enter chat function, and inside our enter chat there is we have to navigate inside new screen, that is chat screen. So let us create our last screen, so that is chat screen.js rnfes. This is chat screen where user can actually chat. So now we have to tell our app.js that we also use chat screen for our navigation purpose. So import chat screen from screens chat screen. Let us create a new screen for that. And save this. Here if you click on this, nothing is happen. So inside our list item, I want to use this on press functionality. So by using on press, we are call our enter chat function. So when I click on this, you can see here this is chat screen where user can actually chat. So whenever I create a new chat with another user, let's call here this is our family group. So I want to add this chat inside my home screen. So whenever I click on this, and you can see guys, family group chat is added successfully. And whenever you click on this, you can see here this is chat screen where user can actually chat. So this functionality is working as expected. Remember why it is happened, because we are dividing all of this in one component, that is custom list item, and inside our custom list item we pass this ID, chat name and enter chat function. So if we press on this any link, it will call this enter chat function with ID and chat name. So then it will go inside this our enter chat and receive our ID and chat name, and it will navigate to our chat screen with our ID and chat name. So inside our chat screen, here is the message. This is the chat screen where user can actually chat. So this is the end of our part 3. I hope you like this part 3, and if you got any error while programming, then you can check my description. I added the part 3 video link along with the code. So if you want to continue with this project, then keep waiting for part 4. Thank you and bye bye.